My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Take 6. Oh my goodness. So this is my very first YouTube live. So welcome, welcome, any of you who are joining me live today. I usually go live over on Facebook, and I've been doing Facebook Lives for quite a few years now, so I'm quite comfortable over there. But this is my first time here on YouTube, so please be patient with me. I have got a lot to learn over here. And in fact, all of the controls are different and things like that. So I've got a lot to learn. So it might be a little bit of a bumpy ride today, but hopefully you're all strapped in and you'll have a lot of patience with me today. So I have got a cute project to share with you today. I realize here on YouTube, my screen, I think, is flipped around the wrong way. And I have no idea how to flip that back. So just going to fiddle with a few of these functions here and see if any of this works. But it doesn't look like it is. I don't know how to do that. Okay, we'll work that out as we go along. Feel free to chat with me. I believe that I have the live chat function open. So if you are here watching live, feel free to chat with me. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. And then if you click on the little bell icon while you're there, you can choose how you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos. Now, I do usually, as I said, I record my live videos over on Facebook, and then I copy them over into YouTube. So you will have seen lots of videos of mine here on my channel. But I have not done a live one before, so over here on YouTube. So anyway, so we'll see how that all goes. All of my links and everything will be in the description of my video when I finished. I didn't put the all the description there yet because I was still working everything out. So hi Pam, thank you so much for joining me. It's great to see you here. Now I have I can see the messages when they pop up, but I can't see them otherwise. So I'm going to have a look over on my computer. I've got that open here too. So I'm going to have a look over there and see if I can see this live stream over there as well. Oh, here we go. I think I can. Let me just see if I can watch that over here. So, I can. Okay. All right. So, yes, so I can see your comments over there and I can actually see what you're seeing. So that is awesome. And I think I'm actually around the right way. So when I'm looking at my camera, to me it looks back to front, but when I'm watching it back on my computer, everything is actually around the right way. So that's awesome. And I noticed that I have a wider screen. So there you go. One thing I didn't do was I didn't set my devices to do not disturb. So, oh gosh, I don't know if I can do that now. Can I do that now? Let me see. Let me see if I can do that from here. Yes. Okay. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Does the sound okay? Because I'm not actually watching it back. I mean, I'm not listening to it back on YouTube, because otherwise I'll probably get terrible feedback or something. So please let me know if you can hear me okay. I do have my AirPods nearby just in case I need to put them in. And I synced them already before we got going. So let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if everything's looking okay and I can adjust as necessary. So it's looking like there are a few less controls over here. Oh, good. Oh, thank you so much, Pam. Thank you so much. It's great to have some support over here. As I said, my first time, so it might be a little bit bumpy today. So let me share with you a few things. So the format of this live will be similar to my Facebook lives. Of course, when I go to flip the camera down to the desk, we'll have to figure that out as we go, but hopefully that will all go smoothly and it will be similar to what I'm used to. But let me share a few things with you before we get started. So today, you might have seen that I did post over on, well, you won't have seen it here in YouTube, but over on my Facebook page, because that's where I normally go live, I did post that I was going to be playing today with the Share a Milkshake bundle. So that is what we're going to be creating today. So I've got, or creating with today. So I have got a really cute card to share with you today using that bundle. And the reason that I'm using that bundle today is because I've actually got an upcoming class using that bundle. And the advertisement went up for that early this morning. And here it is here. It's the Milkshake Daydream class, project class. And this one has 5 beautiful projects in it. So if you would like to get on board with that one, I will pop the registration link in, or the information and registration link in the details or the description of this video, both here on YouTube and over on Facebook when I post this video over there on Facebook. So I don't have a streaming service at this stage, so I can't stream to multiple devices or multiple, platforms. So I'm just literally here in YouTube right now. So yeah, so this class is going to be beautiful. There's so many, as you can see, there's a little sneaky peek there of the projects. Now, it's not one of those projects that we're making today. We are making a different project, but I just wanted to give you a little sneaky peek of the class. So yeah, so beautiful projects. It's a really fun bundle to play with, actually. The bundle is out of the current mini catalog. Now this one is retiring very soon, the catalog, but the Share a Milkshake stamp set and the Share a Milkshake dies are both carrying over into the new annual catalog, but they won't be bundled anymore. So that's why I'm doing the class now, so people can grab that bundle and save themselves 10%, because when it goes into the new annual catalog, then there'll be individual products, so you pay full price for them. So this one is retiring. The current annual catalog is retiring. So there are lots and lots of specials at the moment in the last chance product sale. So if you haven't checked that one out yet, be sure to go to my online store and check out all the specials there. There's lots of great discounts, up to 60% off on some of those items. Lots of things will be retiring. And we have got a color refresh coming. So you may have heard that we have a color refresh coming with the new catalog. So here's a little flyer about that as well. And just on, what day are we today? Today's Thursday. On Tuesday, I did an unboxing video of some of the brand new products that are coming and all of the new colors as well, because I just received my pre-order, which is one of the bonuses of being a demonstrator, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. We get to order products early. So we get to see the brand new catalog early. We get to order products, new products early. And it's just one of the perks of being a demonstrator. So we've also got some new in colors, and I shared those the other day as well. And this is the beautiful new catalog, in case you hadn't seen it yet. So it's all over social media at the moment because everyone is getting excited. Us demonstrators have our copies now, and so we have started to send those out to our customers. And for my customers that have shopped with me in the last 12 months, you have had yours. I have already ordered those for you, and they will be sent out directly from Stampin' Up! And I have got some additional copies as well. So if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia and you would like to get your hands on one of those copies, then check in the links. There's a link there in my link tree, and you'll be able to request your catalog there. So as I said, all the links will be in the description after the video. I don't know if I can put them in here. I can actually. Let me just see. So as I said, I'm learning today. So I've got my training wheels on. So please bear with me. I'll just grab my my, I'll pop this one. Let me see. I'll pop this one in the comments. And can I put that in here? Let me see. Let me see. How do I do this? Okay, I'm working it out. Working it out. Oh, here we go. There we go. All right, so I've just popped my Linktree link extender in the comments. All of my links are there. So if you click on that, then it'll come up with the individual links, and then you can choose where you want to go. If you want to go to my online store, if you want to request a new catalog, if you want to sign up for my newsletter. If you're not already signed up for my newsletter, please sign up for my newsletter so that I can keep you updated with all of the current Stampin' Up! News. And I have an exclusive tutorial for those who subscribe to my newsletter as well. So that will be sent to you when you subscribe. So that will be in my, my Linktree as well. So please click on that, and then you can navigate to where you want to go. All right, so I think that's all the newsy news. So I'm going to try and get this camera down onto the desk and see if we can, yeah, start on some crafting. Now, the way I normally do it in Facebook is I cover up the camera and I flip it down to my desk. So I'll give that a go. We'll see if that's going to work in the same way. And if not, then we'll tweak some things. Okay, so bear with me. Here we go. I'm going to cover up the camera. And now I'm not sure about how to, if I flip the screen, if that's going to be in the correct orientation or not. But let me just see. We'll have a go at this, see if it works this way first. And if not, I've got another idea to try. All right, so I'm just going to tighten up all my clamps. Oops, hang on, that one's not going to hold. Let's try that again. Oops, I'm knocking things over as I do this. Oh, I've got to tighten that one, that's why. That one's not holding. Okay, bear with me, here we go. All right, now if I have that like that, and I need to adjust my lights, of course, too. All right, so that is going to be upside down. Okay, so close your eyes if you get seasick. I'm about to swivel the camera. So if I go that way, is that now up the right way? Yep. Okay, that worked. Good, and everything is around the right way. Okay, see, we are learning, but now I need to move the stand over. Actually, let's move the keyboard out of the way. And in fact, can I zoom in with this? Let's see. Does that zoom in? I don't know if that zooms in. Oh, it does. Oh, yay. Okay, so that's a little bit too close. Let's zoom out a tad. I have my camera facing downwards, so I'm not sure if that's going to be more effective or if it's going to need to be flipped up the other way. But we'll give this one a go. We'll give it a go this way first, and then we'll see. So, okay. Let's see if I can just zoom that in just a tad more. Zoom that in a little bit. Let's see, how does that look? That might be better. Okay. All right, you can see my iPad, but that's okay. Now, do we have that straight? Let's get that a little bit straighter. All right. I think we are in business. A little bit clunky for my first time, but that's okay. I know that you'll forgive me. Do we want to go that way? No, we want to go this way. Okay, I've got to work out where the center is. Oh, it's all learning, isn't it? It's all learning. And I'm always telling my team to give things a go, because that's how we learn. And so, you know, I have to do that too, don't I? It's no good telling my team one thing and doing something else myself. So, all right, so let's go with that. And we shall carry on. Now the camera is a little bit crooked, so let me see if I can just straighten that up for you. Not sure which way to go because it's all back to front and different to how I film it on Facebook, but hopefully Hopefully that's a little bit better. All right. I think that'll do us for today. All good. All righty. Let's just straighten these up. Okay, so, all right. Okay, let's have a look at the Share a Milkshake stamp set. Now, please let me know if you can still hear me okay now that I've flipped the camera. Let me know if that sound is still okay. If not, we can do some more tweaks, but hopefully all is good. Alrighty, and yeah, okay. So this is the stamp set that we're going to be playing with, the Share a Milkshake stamp set, and it has coordinating dies as well. So let me take the dies out of the packet. So this is the Share a Milkshake stamp set and Share a Milkshake dies. Oops, losing some of my dies off my die sheet because I've been creating with these ones quite a bit. The sticky is losing its stick, so I need to probably put these ones onto some of my magnetic sheets. We'll pop those on there and hope I don't lose them. All right, so we've got to go up this way. I've got to work this side of the camera. Oh, the picture is fuzzy. Is it, Sharon? Thank you so much. Okay, Amber says she can hear me okay. Sharon says the picture is fuzzy. Is the picture fuzzy for everybody? Can you just let me know? Does it look fuzzy for everybody? It might depend if you are zoomed right in. It depends, might depend on what device you're watching it back on. I'm not sure. Let me just see if I can see it here on my YouTube channel. Hang on a second. Okay, I can't see the replay on my iPad, but I can see it on my computer. So how's it looking? Amber, are you there? So Amber is my moderator. And I'm just checking to see if she's there. It's not 100% crisp, but not too bad at the moment. Okay, so I wonder if it's my camera. If I put, let me just give my camera a little clean. So close your eyes if you get motion sick, because I'm just going to clean my camera. Because maybe I put something on there with my greasy fingers, which is possible. Is that, okay. So is that any different? Let's see when so we have got a little bit of a lag with the replay. How does that look? Does that look any different, or does it still look the same? I can always flip over to the other camera on the reverse side, on the back side, if it's not super clear. So hang on one sec, and we'll just see. How does that look now? Any different? Same? The comments are quite slow to come through, so please forgive me for just sitting here asking you over and over how it's looking. Still fuzzy, Sharon? Oh, okay. Oh, that's not good. Okay, what can we do? Still fuzzy. Okay, I'm not sure. Is it maybe because I've got it zoomed in too far? Okay, so cleaning the camera clearly did not work. I wonder if I should flip over to the other camera. Okay, if I flip over to the other camera, it just means I need to take my camera out and place it back in my holder. So if you bear with me for one moment, I will do that. So hang on 2 secs. I'll just cover up the camera while I do that. Let me, which side is it? This side. Okay, so cover that up just so I don't make everybody dizzy. And whoops, hang on, that's not going to stay. That's not going to stay. My washi is losing its stick. stay. I don't know if that's going to stay. All right. I'm going to take my, whoops. I'll take my phone out of the holder. I'm pressing buttons here, and I'll flip it over. And if I flip that, how does that look? Is that any better? Let's see. I'll put it back in my holder, in my camera stand. Whoops. Don't want that. Now we might, I don't know if we're, and I think that needs to go that way then. Is it that way? That's the right way. I'm so sorry. So something happened on my phone and it actually went out of YouTube. So I had to, now if I'm going to do that, I need to adjust this. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, everybody. I just need to adjust my phone holder. Let's just take that out of there for a minute. I'll pop this back in here. It's very hard maneuvering the phone, taking it out of the holder and back in again when you're trying to film at the same time. All right, and then if I take this down, and then zoom in a little bit. How does that look? I'm not sure what the sound will be like now. The sound might be very different. Oh, now you can see this here. No, what are you seeing? You're seeing something. It's picking up something on the camera. I think it's picking up the stand. Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. Thank you for your patience. It's all a learning experience. I don't know how to not see. Ah, it's the clamp that you're seeing. Okay. More fuzzy now. Right. Is that better now that it's, maybe it wasn't focusing? How is that? Is that more focused now? Is that better? Okay. Oh, okay. So Amber said before I turned it over, it looked okay watching on her phone, not as clear on the computer as it enlarges the screen size. Okay. More fuzzy now. Not watching. Oh, now watching on my cell phone, the picture is much better. Okay. So now that I've flipped it, it's better. Is that right? Hopefully so. And I will need to plug that back in too so that we don't lose power. Okay. So perhaps it was just the only problem is this clamp here. I can't get that out of view because it's on the same side as the camera. So that's a bit annoying. It's annoying for me, but hopefully, I don't know, we hopefully can ignore it. I might need to switch my that clamp over to the other side, but I can't do that easily, so I'll have to do that after filming. So okay, so I think we will just continue on with where we are at for now. Unfortunately, you can see my iPad in screen, but I can't do much about that at the moment. That's all right. We will keep going for today, and hopefully you'll be able to see what I am creating. So I think I'm working over this side now. Now I have to move everything over this way. Before I was over the other way. Very clear now. Oh, awesome. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Sharon. So I'm using the back camera now. Yeah, so I just will, for next time, I'll move this clamp so that you're not seeing this here. I'll be able to flip that back over. So that's okay. All right. So let's hope now the camera stays put and doesn't fall or go anywhere. It looks like it's at a funny angle though. So let's straighten that up a little bit. Actually, if I put that up, I'm just wondering if I put that up a tad more, maybe that won't be seen. Let's just see if I can. adjust that a little bit. It's all in the learning, isn't it, everyone? It's when you're learning new things, new technology. And as I said, I use YouTube, but I normally either pre-record things or I save my Facebook lives. There, I think I got it out of the way. So I think that looks better. And now I just slide back the other way. And I think we'll be in the middle, potentially, but still crooked. We're getting there. We're nearly there though. That's better. Okay, I think we're good now. Right, still see that clamp a little bit. That's going to annoy me. All right, let's leave it. Let's leave it. Let's keep going. And now I'm in the middle. Alrighty. Okay, let's get crafting. Thank you everyone so much for your patience. I really, really appreciate it. It is very tricky when you're learning something new. Oh, all right. Oh, hey, Laurie, how you going? You found me over here on YouTube. Yay. Thank you so much. So great to have you here. So you've missed all of the tweaking and that's tweaking, not twerking. Tweaking over here. We've been getting everything set up, working out how the camera should look, where the positioning of the camera should be, etc., etc. And so that has taken up a little bit of time. I had technical difficulties at the beginning getting on. It wouldn't let me on. But I think we're all good now. I think we're ready to start. So that is awesome. Okay, so let me share again what we are creating with. So the Share a Milkshake. Now, if you have a January to April 2023 mini catalogue, this is where you're going to find this bundle. Now, as I shared at the beginning, this bundle is going to be carrying over into the new annual catalogue. However, it won't be bundled in the new catalogue. There'll be two separate items. So the stamp sets will be a single item and the dies will be a single item. So if you love these and you want to get them now, get them while they are on as a bundle, and you'll save yourself 10%. Okay, so this is the mini catalogue. This is on page 12 where you'll see the bundle there. And then as well in the back where they've got all of the bundles, you'll see it on page 82 as well. So there's another sample project there too if you want some extra ideas. So I have got a class. For those of you who are just jumping on, I'll share this again. So I shared it at the beginning before I started mucking around with all the cameras. Oh, hey Rose, how you going? Very different today, yes. You might not see all of my session. That's okay. It'll be here on YouTube for you to come back and watch later, Rose. Yeah, I'm giving it a go over here on YouTube to see what it's like to film over here rather than on Facebook. And yeah, just giving it a go to see. Oh, thank you so much for sharing, Laurie. I really appreciate that. So yeah, so I've got my class coming up, my Milkshake Daydream project class. Now, this class comes with a PDF tutorial. So if you are here in Australia, you can order the complete class, including the products and the PDF tutorial, etc. If you are outside of Australia, you can still order the PDF only, because I can send PDFs worldwide. So if you click on the link, now I worked out that I can grab my links from over here. So let me grab my link for this class. Now this class, the registrations are going to close on the 18th of April. So you've got just under a week. I'll just copy that over into the comments because now I've worked out how I can do that. There we go. But it will also be in the description of the video as well. So if you miss it in the comments, you'll be able to grab it from the description. So there you go. It's in the description of the, sorry, in the comments now. If you click on that, then that'll take you through to the full information about the class. We're going to be making 5 projects. and the registration form is there as well, so you can check that out over there. But anyway, we're creating a different project today, not using the class projects. We're doing an additional project. So if you're participating in the class, then this will give you an added project to create as well. All right, so the Share a Milkshake stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set. I've taken out most of the stamps from here already because we're using them today, but there's a few left in here. So you can see that they are the clear photopolymer stamps. It's a two-step stamp set, so I'm going to show you how to do that today. And the dies that coordinate are gorgeous. And there's some additional dies in here as well. So we've got dies that cut out the milkshake glass, the sundae, the spoon, the froth, the straw, the hearts, etc. Then we've got some different, well actually these hearts here are different size to the heart dies that are well, the hearts that are in the dies, I should say. But then we've got a waffle cone, and we've got like a waffle print die. We've got the spoon, we've got a cherry, we've got additional topping on the top, both small and large. Yeah, so it's just a really great fun die set. All right, so let me share with you what the project is that we're going to be using today. Creating. See, I'm all over the shop now. Now I'm not even talking properly. This is what happens when you have issues with technology. It throws you, and yeah, you end up not being able to talk. So this is the card that I've designed for you today. As I said, this is not one of the projects from the class, but this is an additional project. So if you do purchase the class, you'll have the 5 projects in the class, plus this one as well, which is a 6th project. So there you go. So the instructions for this one obviously will just be on the video. They're not part of the PDF. So really, really cute. We've got a lovely sundae here, and a sundae here and a milkshake. And I just really love this sentiment, life is sweeter with you. I just think that's a really, really lovely sentiment. Now, the designer series paper, you might be wondering what paper that is. That was the host paper. Oh. So it's this one here, Design a Daydream, hence the name of our class, which is Milkshake Daydream. Design a Daydream, host designer series paper. And this one had lots of fun, beautiful colors. Now, this is the designer series paper that we're using in the class. If you are purchasing my full class, I will have all of the paper for you in that class. Okay, so you can see the information in the description of the class. And this has just got lots of fun patterns and colors. And it's just a really bright and fun paper. You can see we've been using this one a lot. So I've chopped it up quite a bit, but got so many different colors in here. Beautiful patterns. I love this one. This is pretty. This one we're using in one of the projects in the class. Well, actually, a lot of these we're using in the projects of the class. So, yeah. So this one was the host paper that was able to be redeemed with an order of $250. But as I said, I've got this paper for you as part of the class. Okay, so I do have limited spaces because I'm using the paper that from the pack, which I already have set aside. I only have limited spaces for the full class. Anyone can purchase the PDF, that's not a problem. But if you want the class kits, I only have limited supplies of those. So be sure to register and pay for that ASAP if you want the full class, so that you can get the paper as well. Now, just if you're including the product in your class, you need to be in Australia. Okay. Alrighty, so that's what we are using. We're also using the deckled rectangle dies today. These ones are also carrying over. They are not part of the class. However, I'm just using them for this project today, okay? But we're not using this one in the class, so you don't need to have these ones for the class. All right, so let me bring in the inks that we are using today. We have got, now some of my stickers have faded, so it's a little bit hard to tell, but this one is actually Petal Pink. We've got Daffodil Delight, Balmy Blue, Pool Party, and Blackberry Bliss. And these are all colours that are carrying over into the new annual catalogue. Okay, so I made sure that I used products that were carrying over for the class. We need a blending brush as well. We're going to do a little bit of blending on this, this one here. So we've got our blending brush. And then the ribbon and bling will come as part of your class as well. We're using some iridescent rhinestones, which are carrying over, and also the Pool Party grosgrain ribbon, which is also carrying over to the new annual catalogue. So the new annual catalogue will start on the 2nd of May. So not long to go before those products will be available. And of course, as demonstrators, some of those products are already available to us now. One thing I didn't mention too is if you love these products and you want to get a good deal on them, you can put them into your starter kit when you join my team. And you can choose $235 worth of product and only pay $169. That's Australian dollars. And then you get free shipping on that starter kit order as well. And then you'll get 20 to 25% off all your future Stampin' Up! Orders. And you'll be wanting that discount when you see all the beautiful new products in the new catalogue. So please feel free to ask me about joining my team. There is also a link in that link tree that'll be in the description and that I shared earlier in the comments as well. So, all right. So here's all of our pieces for our card today. So I'm going to go through all of those with you. Actually, we'll just leave that there for the moment. This will be up on my blog tomorrow with all of the measurements, etc. So you'll be able to, if you miss them today, don't be too worried. You can grab them over there. All right, I'll quickly go through them for you now. So we've got a card base of Blackberry Bliss. This measures 10.5 centimeters by 29.7 centimeters, and it's scored and folded in half at 14.85. Okay, so it's going to be like a tent fold, like a tall tent like that. Okay, so opening that way. Then we've got a piece of our Designer Daydream Designer Series paper. This one measures, this has got the pinwheels on it. This measures 10.1 by 14.45 centimeters. Then we've got a strip of Designer Series paper in the Petal Pink with the little kites. Actually, it goes up that way. This one measures 10.1 centimeters by 5 centimeters. Then we have a piece of basic white, and this is for stamping on. So this one measures, where are we up to? Oh, I've skipped. Hang on a minute. Let's go back to here for a sec. I'm going down the list. Blackberry Bliss. This one is 6.8 by 10.3. Then we had a piece of basic white that was 7.5 by 11, and then I've die cut that with the 4th largest deckled rectangle die. Then we've got our basic white strip for our sentiment, this one here, which was 7 centimeters by 3.5 and die cut with the smallest deckled rectangle die, which is this one. Oh, there goes my straw. I knew I was going to lose that straw. Keeps on falling off my die sheet. So that's using that smallest one there. Okay. Then we've got, what else do we have? The white piece for the stamp. Oh, sorry, we've got the mat for that one, which is, this one is Blackberry Bliss as well. So this is 6.2 by 2.8, and that's the mat for that one. And then this one is the one that we're going to use for the stamping. So it's 10.5 by 10.5 centimeters. And then we've got 2 pieces of silver foil. One is for die cutting the little spoon. And this one is, I've just used scraps really. So this one is 6.5 centimeters. No, this one is 4 centimeters by 1.5. And then this one forms the little stainless steel bench top, which is here. And this one's just a little strip that I cut from some scrap, and it's 0.5 centimeter wide by 6.5 centimeters long. Okay, and then we've got our Pool Party Grow Grand ribbon and our iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. So they're all the pieces that we're going to need. That's all the measurements. As I said, if you missed it, it'll be over on my blog tomorrow. So don't be worried if you missed it. All right, so I'm going to set aside my card. Actually, I'll pop it over this side out of the way. And we will start with our stamping. So we're going to stamp on this one. We're going to be doing some inking on this one. And we're going to stamp our sentiment on this one. All these other pieces, we'll pop those over to the side for the moment. I've got a little bit of small grid paper. Now, sadly, the small grid paper has retired, but I'm still using mine up. We do still have the large grid paper available. So if you are after some grid paper, you can purchase the large grid paper or the standard size grid paper. And I love it because it helps me to line things up. It also keeps my desk clean. So, thank you so much. You like my card, Laurie? Thank you. Yeah, so it just helps to keep everything nice and clean. Now I like to start with stamping my sentiment first. So I've already die cut this piece of basic white with that smallest deckled rectangle die. And that's always tricky because then you've got to try and line up your stamping. So let's see how we go. I'm going to use some Blackberry Bliss. Actually, I'll move those over the other side. So I don't want to get Blackberry Bliss on those other white pieces. And I'm using the sentiment. Actually, I'll show you which stamps I'm using from the stamp set. So we're going to be using Life is Sweeter with You as the sentiment. We're going to be using the ice cream and the sundae bowl, and the detail for the bowl. This is the detail for the bowl. It looks like really weird. When you look at the stamp, it looks really odd, but I'll show you how to use that. We're going to be using the milkshake glass with the detail. We're using the cherry, the froth, and the straw, the detail of the straw, not the solid piece, but the detail of the straw as well. Okay, so they're all the ones that we're using today. All right, so I've got mine already mounted up on my blocks, ready to go. So we're just going to ink this one up. Now I'm going to bring this down a little bit closer to me so I can get my head in over there to line this up and hope that I get it stamped in the middle-ish. I'm not using my there we go, that's not bad at all. I'm not using my Stampin' Pierce mat, am I? I should grab that out. Oh, actually, while we've got this one out, we might stamp the cherry. So I'll just give this one a clean first with my Simply Chamois. Now, these deep colours that are heavily pigmented, they do tend to stain your stamps, but so long as you've given your stamps a clean and you've removed that surface ink, don't worry about that stamping. In fact, it helps you to see where the words are, so it helps you to line it up. But yeah, the staining doesn't affect how your stamps work. All right, so there's our sentiment. So we'll just pop that over to the side. I'm going to stamp a cherry as well, which I have here. Now I'm going to stamp off the cherry. Let me grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. There we go. Okay, so the Stampin' Pierce mats are great to use with your photopolymer stamps because they give you a bit of cushioning. They're a foam mat that you can use for shaping, for piercing, and for stamping using photopolymer stamps. Because the photopolymer stamps are quite rigid, they don't have much give to them. This just gives you a nice cushioning area, because as you know, with the red rubber cling stamps, they have the foam built into them, but these photopolymer stamps don't. So just going to ink that up. We're going to stamp that off just very quickly. Oh, I didn't do that very well. Let's do that again. And then I'm going to stamp that second generation onto my cardstock. Okay, just down there, we're going to die cut that. So I just wanted to put that down in the corner. Give that little one a clean. There we go. Good. Okay. All right. We'll pop that one away. That's all we're using that one for now. And we'll start with our large glass. So our large glass is going to be in Pool Party. And we've got the two parts to the glass. We've got the, oh, hang on a sec. My little clear envelope has stuck to my stamps there. Just move that out of the way. All right, so we've got the detail, the solid shape, and then we've got the detail, which we're going to stamp over the top. So to do the solid shape, we are going to stamp off and use our second generation. So we're just going to ink that up, stamp that off onto our paper, and then stamp that onto our cardstock. Oh, look what happened. Can you see what happened? Because when I inked it off, I stamped over here where I already had some ink, and it actually picked up some of that Blackberry Bliss ink. So I'm going to have to do that again. So I might give that a clean, and then we'll start again. It's all right. We learn as we go, don't we? So when I stamp this one off, because it's a lighter color and I just stamped that with the darker color and the ink was moist, it moistened that Blackberry Bliss ink again and picked that up in the stamp. So that was interesting, wasn't it? Let's do that again. And this time we'll stamp it off on a clean piece. Oh, I've got a bit of, I've got a little bit of, is that in the stamp? Oh no, it's on the back, it's okay. Thought I had a little bit of fluff there, but it's actually behind the stamp. So using a clean piece of the paper, let's do that again. I might go upside down this time, so we're utilizing the cardstock. There we go, that's better. Okay, so put that one to the side, and now this time with the detail, we're going to ink that up and stamp that first generation. So we're not stamping it off, we're just going to stamp that straight on, and we're going to line that up with the glass. Now, this stamp set is fairly forgiving, so if you don't line it up perfectly, don't be too concerned. However, I had that too high. If you're going side to side, it doesn't matter so much, but I went a little bit too high. So let's start again. It's all good. It's all good. All right, stamp off. We're going to need more cardstock. That's okay. There's plenty more where that came from. So this time I'll watch more closely the height of where I'm stamping this one. But side to side is not as much of a worry. That's better. There we go. All right. Good. All right, we'll give those two a clean. Now, if you stamp that properly the first time, which I didn't do, that would be enough cardstock to do all of your stamping. But I am going to need to get some more out because I made a boo-boo. I did have some out last night. I wonder if it's still here. Hang on a sec. I'll see if I've still got it here. Let me see. Whoops, I'm bumping everything here. No, the extra cardstock I had out got put away. That's okay. All right, so I'll put that one away. We might still fit, let's see, we're going to fit the froth. Oh yeah, we'll be able to fit our milkshake froth or milkshake foam there. So we're going to use our petal pink. And we'll just ink that up. This is going to be stamped first generation, so we're not doing any stamping off with this one. So I'll put it down here like that. There we go. Give that one a clean. Now watching this back, I'm just interested because watching this video back on my computer, watching sort of the It's a little bit delayed, but watching over there on my computer, I can't actually see how many people are watching. So I can only see on my camera, so I can stand up to do that. Let's see. Okay, we've only got a few here, but that's okay. Other people will catch it on the replay. All right, so I've still got this little space here. So let's utilize that and some space here as well. So we'll do the straw. Oh, actually, let's do the ice cream first. So the ice cream is going to be in the petal pink as well. So we'll do that up here. There we go. Give that one a clean. All right, and then we're not going to fit our bowl on here, so we'll have to get our another piece for our bowl, but we can fit our straw on here. So using Daffodil Delight for the straw. So we'll do the straw over here. There we go. Clean that one. All right, so it's just basically the bowl that we don't have room for, which we would have had I not mucked all that up. But that's okay. We'll grab another piece. Let me grab a little scrap and we'll do that on the scrap. There we go. And the bowl, actually the bowl is going to be in the Daffodil Delight as well. Now the bowl again has got two stamps. I'll just put this one to the side. It has got two stamps. So we've got the solid piece, which is the base, and then the detail. So I'll ink this one up. I'm gonna, oh, it's got something on it. Got some bits of something on it. That's better. Okay, we'll stamp that off and then stamp onto our cardstock. And then we'll take our detail, ink that up, and then we'll line that up. So if you have a look at that stamp on its own, it looks really weird. When I first saw it, I was like, what is this stamp? What is that supposed to do? It's the detail of the bowl. So let's see if we can line that up. There we go. So it's the detail there of the bowl. In fact, I think I could probably do another one a little bit better than that. Let's give that another go. So sometimes you might need to play around a little bit till you get it lined up where you're happy with it. That one's better. There we go. See how I've got that little detail of the bowl sort of lined up nicely at the edge there. That looks a bit better. So, and probably just because I'm really fussy. So I'm sure the first one would have been fine. All right, so we'll give that one a clean. And this one too. It's always a good idea to clean your stamps straight away, which will help to keep them in good condition. There we go. All right, so that's all our stamping. So now we have to do some die cutting of those pieces. But before we do that, I've already die cut my fourth largest deckled rectangle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of ink in the background of that one using, whoop, not that one, this one. Pool Party. No, Balmy Blue. Sorry, Pool Party was the colour of the glass that I stamped, but the background is going to be Balmy Blue. So just move over a little bit this way. All right, so we're just going to take our blending brush, load that up with some ink. I'll actually flip this over. We're going to brush off a little bit of that excess ink just on our paper, and then we're going to do some circular motions. Now the Balmy Blue is quite light when you do this, so you might need to apply several coats. I'm just adding a little bit to this basic white cardstock piece to add a little bit of colour in the background, but not, so it's not stark white, but it's not too heavily coloured either. So just working on this top part first, and then I'll turn it around and work on the bottom part. Okay, And it doesn't have to be an even coverage of ink either. And it doesn't have to be the whole piece. So just so that we've got a little bit of, you know, colour on there. So I'm mainly concentrating that colour in the middle, not going all the way to the corners. There we go. So that should, I'll just add a little bit more just there. There we go. That should be good. All right. Okay, so that is all our pieces. Now we can do some die cutting. So I've got my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine here, and we'll die cut some of these pieces. All right, so when you get your mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, so we've got the large machine or the regular size machine, and then we've got our mini. And the mini is a great one for traveling. It's a nice lightweight one, and it's got a small footprint for on your desktop. This is the one I use the most, more so than my larger one, because it's nice and handy for me and it's easy for me to lift around, whereas the big one, it pretty much stays on my trolley. I try not to lift it around too much because it's a lot heavier. But some of the larger dies and the large embossing folders, you do need the large machine. But Stampin' Up! Now does make some embossing folders for the small machine as well, for the mini. All right, so it comes with all the plates that you need. So we need a number 1 base plate, a number 2 clear plate, and then we'll have another number 2 clear plate for on the top as well. You can see mine are quite cut up. Over time, they do get chopped up. They do start to warp a little bit. That's just the nature of the acrylic that they're made from. Oh, there's a little piece of cardstock. Stampin' Up! Does sell the replacement plates for these, which you'll be able to find when the new catalogue goes live. You'll be able to find these in the new catalogue. The replacement base plates for both the large and the small, they're going to be in the online exclusives. Okay. So they'll be they'll be sort of in 2 different places. All right, so there we go. So we've got our bowl. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop up these pieces, or like separate them on the cardstock, so that we can fit as many as possible on at one time. And because I did these bodgy stamping cups the first time, we don't need those. So if I cut these up like this, I'll get rid of those 2 that we're not going to use. Actually, I'll put them in my paper recycling, and then hopefully we'll be able to fit quite a few of these on at one time. So I've got some washi tape here to hold my dies in place, and let me grab those dies. So you'll notice with the stitched rectangles, I did go ahead and cut them ahead of time just to save some time. Hang on a sec, I'm losing the little straw keeps falling off. Yeah, so I did do those ones ahead of time, but all of these we will die cut together. So where's my washi? So just get some washi tape, or you can use some of the masking paper, or you can use post-it notes or post-it tape. I haven't been able to find the post-it tape. Been looking in my local stationery store, and they haven't been stocking it, so I haven't been able to find any yet. I believe you can get it on Amazon. I don't shop with Amazon, however, so I haven't been able to find it yet. So I will keep looking. All right, so when you're laying your dies down, you want to have a little bit of a space between them. You don't want them butted right up against each other or touching each other, because it'll make it very difficult for the machine to cut those dies out if you have them too close. So you want a little bit of space. Okay, so we've got our straw. This one's a little narrow one, so it's a little bit harder to line up. It's just a little bit fiddly. So bear with me one moment and I'll just get that lined up. There we go. Put my washi there. And we've got our little cherry die, which is very cute. Get some more washi. Line that up. So washi tape comes in very handy for more than just decorating your projects. So I like to use washi tape in my planner as a decorative item. I know a lot of people like to use washi tape on their papercraft projects, on their cards and their scrapbooking. All right, and I'm going to see if I can squeeze, let's take this off for a minute. I'm going to see if I can squeeze that one on too, so that we can get as much cut as possible in one pass. Although actually it won't matter because I've got to do the bowl anyway. So I'll just put those ones through and then we'll do the bowl separately. Okay, so then we're going to line up those plates. We want the middle plate staggered a little bit. So then it helps the machine to feed them through. There we go. So this might just bump the desk a little bit, which in turn bumps the camera. So I apologize for that if it makes it a little bit bumpy. There we go. All right, so there's our milkshake and our milkshake foam or froth. We've got our little cherry for our milkshake and our straw. There we go. All right, I'll just pop these dies back on the die sheet straight away. We'll reuse that washi. No idea where I had these placed. These ones I think are going to need to go onto my magnetic sheets because these ones are losing their sticky. When you get your dies, they come on these sheets. Most of you probably already know they come on these sheets that have the sticky on them. And if you're using the dies a lot, that sticky can become unsticky. So I will put these ones onto some magnetic sheets at some point. I just didn't have time to do that last night when I was designing this card for you all. All right, next one is our little bowl. So this is the one that we're using. That was the dodgy one. We don't want that one. Okay, and that one. So let's find our die for our bowl. And pop that on there. There we go, and our ice cream. So the petal pink colour is more sort of an apricot-y colour rather than really pink, because originally this was sort of meant to be like strawberry ice cream, but it kind of, yeah, it's a bit more apricot colour than strawberry colour. So I don't know what colour, what flavour ice cream would be sort of an apricot colour. I guess it could be apricot flavoured ice cream. Oh, what about peach? Peach ice cream. That might be yummy. Any other suggestions of what colour ice cream or what flavour ice cream that could be, being an apricot colour? Let me know in the comments if you've got any suggestions. And you can also let me know too, what is your favourite flavour of ice cream? Let me know in the comments. My favourite is pistachio, or as some may say, pistachio. That's my favourite. Oh, we've got to die cut our spoon while we're here too. So let's grab the little spoon die. Oops, that one keeps falling off. The little spoon die and a little piece of silver foil cardstock. Put some washi on that one. Nearly forgot about our little spoon. I should have put that through with our sundae bowl, our ice cream sundae bowl. I also love a banana split. Oops, hang on, let's line that up. with banana and ice cream and nuts and hundreds and thousands, or as we call them here in Australia, sprinkles. Oh, Amber said it could be grapefruit sorbet. That's a good suggestion. I like that one. It could too, grapefruit sorbet. Some people prefer sorbet over ice cream. I must say I'm partial to both. I like a bit of ice cream and a bit of sorbet. Yeah, it could be. That would be nice. All right, so I'll pop that die back away. And I think that's all of our die cutting now. So we'll put our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine away. Okay. All right, so here's all of our little die cut pieces. And we'll pop those all together when we get our card base put together. All right, and we're going to need our ribbon as well. So we have to add that to our layers. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, so there's all our little pieces. And so the first thing we're going to do is layer together all of our pieces. So I might actually start with the sentiment first. So I'm going to use a little bit of Stampin' Seal. Stampin' Seal is a great dry adhesive. If you like a dry adhesive and you like a tape runner, Stampin' Seal is a great one. We've also got Stampin' Seal Plus, which is, so Stampin' Seal is very strong. Stampin' Seal Plus is even stronger again. So if you need a nice strong adhesive for your 3D items or your boxes or anything like that, then you might like the Stampin' Seal Plus. Okay, there we go. So we're going to adhere these two layers together as well. With the Stampin' Seal, you can get the refill cartridges, and you get a lot on the refill cartridge actually. All right, so we're just going to layer these two up together. One thing I love about the deckled rectangle dies is it's quite forgiving because you've got that deckled edge, that rough sort of edge. If you don't have your layer lined up exactly, you kind of get away with it because the deckled edge sort of takes away from, you know, rather than if you had a straight edge and you want to get it sort of perfect. Yeah, so I love that. All right, now these two pieces, I'm going to layer these two together and I'm going to leave, I think it was about a 1/2 centimetre border. Oh, centimetre, what did I do? It was a centimetre border at the bottom. And to do this one, I'm actually going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue because that gives me the ability of moving that cardstock, sorry, the designer series paper around. I think this glue bottle might be out. I think it is. That's all right. I've got another one. There we go. That's better. It was better. Hang on. Come on. There we go. Let's put a little bit on that corner. There we go. Okay. So leaving about a centimetre at the bottom, thereabouts, and just lining that up side to side. There we go. Now, before we adhere that, we want to tie some ribbon around this one. So we're going to take some of the Pool Party ribbon. I'm just going to, I'm doing a faux knot bow. So sounds like a double negative, doesn't it? A faux knot bow. So we're going to just use some mini glue dots. It's another great adhesive that Stampin' Up! Has. And we're going to put a glue dot on each side of our, or each end I should say, of our ribbon. Now, because we're wrapping it around designer series paper as well, when you're applying your ribbon, you don't want to be pulling it too tight. So we're going to pop it along the bottom, just leaving a little bit of a gap along the bottom there, and just wrap those ends around to the back. Not pulling it too tight because we've got designer series paper rather than cardstock, so you don't want to be pulling it too tight because it'll bow your cardstock. Now the other thing is we want a little bit of give under there, because what we're going to do next is take an extra piece of ribbon and thread it under and tie it in a knot at the left hand end. So I'm just doing that straight off the spool. I might even need to release it a little bit at the back if it's a little bit too tight. Okay, so then we'll trim our ends of our ribbon. There we go. Might be a little bit too long actually. Let's just trim them a little bit more. There we go, that's better. All right, so if that seems to be pulling your cardstock a little bit too much, you can just loosen off your glue dots on the back, which is a great thing about glue dots. If you just slide, you can slide them a little bit, and that loosens that off beautifully. Now I'm going to slip an extra little glue dot underneath that knot, just so that it stays put and it doesn't come undone or fall off, because we've used an additional piece there. So I just grabbed a little glue dot on my Take Your Pick tool. I'm just going to slide it under there and just press that down. There we go. So that'll stay put now. It's not going to go anywhere. All right, so now we can add this piece to our card base, and then we can start adding all of our other pieces. So I'll use my Stampin' Seal again. Just got to take it over the top of that. Can be a little bit tricky when you've got that the bulk of the ribbon on the front, to get that to go over the top of the ribbon. There we go, got it. Actually, I might go this way. Start where it's flatter and then draw it across that way. That's it, that's got it. Okay, now you can use the multi-purpose liquid glue as well for that. Put a little bit of glue on my finger, hang on one sec. Okay, and then we'll add that here. All right, and again, if you're using multi-purpose liquid glue, it does give you that opportunity to move that around a bit more if you want to make sure that you get it nice and straight. Okay, all right. So next we're going to add this layer here, and we'll just do the same. We'll use our Stampin' Seal. So sometimes when you're just starting your Stampin' Seal, you need to just roll the little roller on the end a little bit with your finger to get the adhesive just on the roller there. Once you've got it down on your cardstock, if you're going to roll the next piece, if you start on a piece where you've already got the adhesive, then it'll grab the roller and start rotating it for you. So it makes it a little bit easier to get the adhesive rolling nicely. All right, so then we're going to apply, or adhere, I should say, actually I might turn it up that way. Adhere this panel over here. Nice and straight, there we go. Then we've got our little strip here, and our little strip is our table, our like little countertop, our stainless steel countertop, and I do want to have that mounted up. So to do that, I'm going to use some of my little offcuts of my Stampin' Dimensionals. So I've got this little box. I keep all of my little bits and pieces of my dimensionals and my full sheets as well. But the little side pieces or the edge pieces, they are great to use for these tiny little bits like this. So I've got all these little tiny edge pieces that I've kept, and they will be a great width for these ones. So I'm just going to take some of these and apply them to the back of that. Oops, make sure they don't go over the side, over the edge. And we need one more just here. There we go. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Stampin' Dimensionals, they're a double-sided adhesive foam. The dimensionals themselves, they come in sheets like this with the hexagons, and we've got them in the regular size and the minis. And then we also have foam adhesive sheets. If you like to cut your own adhesive to the size that you want, we have the sheets of them as well. And yeah, so you can choose which way you'd like to use them. We've also got them in black for using with darker colors. I have to say I don't use the black ones very often. I don't tend to craft too much with dark color pieces that I need, you know, to have the darker colors. Now this one's going to slide in there, so we're going to put some dimensionals. I'll use some of the large dimensionals. Yeah, and then we have the foam strips as well. So the foam strips are a deeper dimension than the standard dimensionals because they are great for using for shaker cards, and sometimes you need a little bit of extra depth for a shaker card. So they're great for that. Okay, so we'll pop this on here. So this one's going to just go over the edge of the cabinet or the edge of the bench and the ribbon as well. Pop that about there. There we go. And now we're going to put together all of our milkshake and our sundae, and we're going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals for those. So make sure that I use plenty for these to make sure that they're nice and stable. Actually, that one probably only needs one in the middle, and I might use some minis for the bases, just so we've got the bases nicely supported as well. There we go. And I think we're finished with our little strips. Oh no, we might need some of our strips actually too for the other little pieces. All right, so we'll work out where these are going to sit on our card front. So I haven't taken the backing off my little bowl yet, but I'm going to just sit that there so I can see where that's going to be positioned, just right near the edge, so that I can see where to position my my glass. And I want them sitting right down on that countertop. There we go. Okay. So now I'll remove the backings from my little bowl and pop that down there. Okay, good. Now you'll notice with the foam or the froth for the milkshake, there's a little slit in the top. That is for your straw. So your straw can slide in there and sit in your milkshake like that. So you might want to put a little bit of glue on that straw so that it holds tight and doesn't slide back out again. So just put a little dab on the end there. And so that I don't get that glue on the front, what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed the top of the straw through that little slit, and slide it up that way. Okay, then get it to the position that I want it, and then just press that down there, so then that'll hold tight now, and that won't come out. Okay, and then from there we can proceed to put the dimensionals onto the back. Okay, as you add your dimensionals as well, if you put the dimensionals over the straw, that will also, that's another way that you can also hold that straw in place as well. Okay, so we're going to add the froth to our milkshake. So we want that over the top of the milkshake, so it's flowing over the top. There we go. And then with the ice cream, of course, the ice cream sits inside the bowl. So I'll just add a large dimensional there, and I might add a small one on this side. Oops. There we go. And we're just going to tuck that down just inside the bowl there. Okay. All right, so now we can add our spoon, and you should still have a little bit of a gap just sitting in under there, so you can slip your little spoon in under there. So I'm going to put a bit of glue just on the bottom part of the spoon. There we go. And we'll just slide that in there like that. Have the spoon sitting there like that, and then we've got to put our little cherry on top of our sorry, I was going to say our ice cream, not on our ice cream, on our milkshake. So I'm going to pop that up here on the top of our milkshake, and that looks really cute. There we go. And now we just need to add some bling to finish off our card. So we'll bring in our iridescent rhinestone basic jewels, and I've got these ones on my list to buy some more of these, because as you can see, I've used quite a lot of these and I don't have many left. But I love them, and I'm so happy that they are carrying over into the new annual catalogue. Whoops. Oh my goodness, this one is sliding all over the place. Okay, so one there, and we'll put, oh, I've got one mini one left, so we'll put one of the smaller ones up here as well. And then we can put one of the medium-sized ones over here too, which I didn't have on my original one, but we can do that. Or you could put one down here on your sentiment label too if you wanted to. So there you go. So there is our card. Oops. So what do you think? Do you like that? So all of these products are available in my online store, and you can find my online store via my blog or my website. So it's mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com, and then click on the shop button, or you can get to it from my website as well, which is mandywitherby.stampinup.net, and again click on the shop button. If you're going to my blog, you will find that there is a lot of other creative content there, and also there is a subscription button there as well. If you'd like to subscribe to my newsletter, you'll see there's a button on the right hand side on my home page, and you can click there to subscribe to my newsletter, so that I can always keep you up to date. Now, if you're shopping with me, be sure to use my April 2023 host code. This is it here. And with every order over $75, you will receive a thank you gift from me. And every order, of course, receives a lovely thank you card. So these might be one of the cards that you receive if you shop with me. So yeah, so be sure to do that. And if there's anything that I can do for you, if you have any questions, then please feel free to let me know, and I'd be happy to answer any questions for you. It is such a fun bundle, Amber. Yes. Yeah, it's really a lot of fun, and it teams so beautifully with that designer series paper as well. Lots of bright, fun colors. Oh, thank you, Laurie. Laurie said it's a very cute card. Thank you so much. So let me see if I can flip this back up to face so that I can say goodbye to you face to face, as I always like to do with my live videos. So here we go. Just one moment. So I'll flip the camera. You're going to see the ceiling for a moment. And then I'll just adjust this. And we'll do this. There we go. That wasn't so terrible. I just need to go up a little bit higher though. And I'm super close, so let me move back a bit. And put some lights down there. So that was a smooth transition coming back to, whoops, there goes my light. It always falls when I adjust it at the end of my filming, it always falls every time without fail. There we go. So that was a much smoother transition coming back again. But I think now that I've had a little bit of practice today, then hopefully next time will be a little bit smoother. So thank you all so much. There's my cute little card. So I hope you really enjoyed that. Lots and lots of fun playing with this bundle. It's really, really cute and very retro. I love using all these colors with it. It's just gorgeous. So thank you all so much. If there's anything I can do to help you, please feel free to let me know. If you would like to get these products in your starter kit, then please feel free to ask me any questions about joining my team. I would love to help you there with that. And remember too that I do have my upcoming class, which is the Milkshake Daydream project class. So I'll put the information in the description, so you can click on that if you'd like to read all of the details, see what's included in the class. And as I said, I can sell the PDF tutorial globally. So if you're not here in Australia and you'd still like to do the class, then there is an option for you as well. And of course, if you are here in Australia, then you will get some of the products as well to make these projects. So thank you all so much for being with me today. Thank you for your patience as I was learning how to film a YouTube live. But I'm so excited I've done my first one now. So it's up and up, and it just gets easier from there. So thank you all so much. You're very welcome, Laurie. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your support. So thank you again to those as well who are watching the replay later here on YouTube, and also I will share it over to Facebook. So thank you for those of you who are watching the replay over there as well. Feel free to leave me comments, likes, loves, all of those good things, and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well if you haven't done that already. All right, well, have a great rest of the week. Well, we're nearly up to the weekend, aren't we? It's already Thursday. I didn't say the date at the beginning, did I? It's Thursday the, what is it? I can't even read that. 13th? 13th? I haven't got my glasses on, but I think it's the 13th. Oh yes, on my computer it tells me it's the 13th of April 2023. So have a great weekend, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Take care. Happy crafting. Bye.